And next we will have a presentation of the team AquaSentinel with the title Proposal to Regulate Disinfection Byproducts under the BWM Convention for Enhanced Chemical Pollution Control. Please welcome the team with a big round of applause. And let us watch the introduction video of AquaSentinel.
Can we just let this TBP spread in our ocean?
The IMO adopted the BWM Convention to protect the marine ecosystem and preserve marine biodiversity.
But now we are facing a new threat, TBPs. TBPs are toxic substances that cause fatal damage to marine life.
We propose the introduction of TBPs regulations to prevent ocean pollution.
Take the next step for a cleaner ocean with AquaSentinel.
Good morning, distinguished judges, ladies and gentlemen. It is a great honor to stand before you today. AquaSentinel proposed the inclusion of TBP regulations in the BWM Convention to strengthen the control of chemical pollution. The IMO has emphasized this need in the strategic plan for 2024 to 2029. In section ST2, it clearly calls for stronger follow-up on the environmental impact and safety of ballast water management system using active substances. In line with this, our team proposed adding a new regulations to the annex of the BWM Convention. This regulation would establish maximum allowable discharge levels of TBPs applied only to active substance system and tailored to the conditions of each sea area. So why is this necessary? The BWM Convention was adopted to control ballast water, prevent invasive species, and protect the marine environment. That is why the D2 standards was introduced in 2017, setting limits on living organisms in ballast water. By 2024, all international vessels were required to install a ballast water management system, commonly known as BWMS. These systems address the problem of invasive species. However, we now face a new environmental challenge in ballast water treatment, DBPs. Currently, BWMS are divided in two types: active substance systems such as electrolysis, chlorine, and ozone, and non-active systems such as UV and heat treatment. While both types are designed to D2 standards, active substance systems are especially effective in removing microorganisms, but they naturally generate TBPs during the disinfection process. These TBPs can cause serious problems such as ocean acidification, air pollution, and ecological disturbance. Among these, ocean acidification deserves special attention. According to modeling results published in Ocean Science, TBPs from just 1 cubic meter of ballast water can lower the pH of 10 cubic meter of seawater by 0.057 units. This result is highly alarming because the global ocean pH has only dropped 0.1 units over the past 200 years from CO2. So why is this? What is the share of active substance systems? Currently, they account for 44% of our BWMS that have received final approval from the IMO. GSMP also carried out modeling studies on this approved system. The results show that some active substance systems could discharge up to 32 tons of TBPs in a single port basin. Following these results, GSMP also pointed out the potential environmental risks of TBPs. However, the current G9 approval guidelines only consider certain TBPs at the approval stage, not during actual ship operations. Moreover, Article 2 and Annex D5 clearly state that ballast water management should not cause a greater environmental impact than the problem we are trying to solve. Yet, TBPs may directly conflict with this principle. This leaves a clear regulatory gap. Therefore, TBP regulation is essential under the BWM Convention with clear standards and systematic management.
Next, let us share our roadmap for regulating DBPs by sea area. As shown here, AquaSentinel has prepared a three-step roadmap for the implementation of regulation. Step 1, an interim guideline for DBP sampling by ports and ships should be set up for monitoring and reporting. Step 2, using this guideline, an experienced building base will collect rear discharge data under various environmental conditions and calculate sea area specific thresholds. Step 3, Annex D2 paragraph 3 should be amended using this data to make compliance with sea area specific DBP discharge standards mandatory. Why is this important? Because DBP emissions vary significantly depending on environmental factors such as water quality and salinity. As confirmed in two MEPC discussions, there are limits to applying uniform standards. Therefore, instead of a single common approach, we propose sea area specific standards that can be flexibly applied. This formula will be included in G15 interim guideline, serving as an indicator for data collection during the EBP and for establishing sea area specific discharge thresholds. So how do we put this into practice? At MEPC 81 through 83, discussions focused on maximum allowable discharge for active systems, but DBPs, the real risk, were overlooked. We propose formally adding DBPs to MEPC 84 agenda in 2026. After MEPC 86 in 2027, when G15 guideline is adopted, port and shipping companies will begin DBP sampling and reporting, and scientific data will be collected through the EBP. However, for the establishment of paragraph 3, experience alone is not enough. Measures to reduce cost for shipping companies should also be pursued in parallel. Just as the IMO already allows simplified kits for D2 testing, specialized test kits for DBPs should also be used during PSC inspections. With these steps, we propose to establish new DBPs emission regulation in Annex D2, paragraph 3, between 2035 and 2036. And here, predicted DBPs must not exceed the critical standard for each sea area. This enables flexible regulation based on local seawater and ship operation, resolving the gap between type approval and actual operation. AquaSentinel conducted a survey with 3 navigators, 2 researchers, and 3 professors on the necessity of DBP regulation. The results show that all participants recognize the environmental risk of DBPs, and about 77% agreed that the international regulations are necessary. In conclusion, DBP regulation is a reasonable choice. It keeps BWMS effective, lowers ecological risk, and balances the environment with industry. Most importantly, it will move global shipping one step closer to sustainability. Thank you for listening to our presentation. Please keep a question. We'll be happy to answer them.
Thank you. Thank you for the presentation. Yes, it's a time for Q&A. If any of the judge have the question, please feel free to proceed with the question. Yes, please, with your microphone, please.
Thank you for your presentation. And do you have any scientific data that DBP has effect on the environment?
Oh, thank you for your question. May you have a little minute to discuss within our team? Yes, I think that's a very good question. And DBPs are formed from chemical reaction like chlorination or ozonation. And typical example include halonitric acid and trihalomethanes and chloroform. They are toxic to microorganisms, oxidizing, bioaccumulated, and can inhibit growth or disturb ecosystems. We found the resource in ocean science resource and a lot of IMO documents. Yes, thank you.
One question. I'm not sure the Ballast Water Management Convention D2, D3 can regulate this kind of substances, chemical substances like DBP. Can this convention regulate this kind of chemical substances D2, D3? I'm not sure.
Thank you for your question. May we have minutes to discuss this within our team?
Thank you for your question. And IMO already regulated chemical materials in MAPOR and another materials. And DBP is difficult to regulate. I agreed about that. And that is why the flexible regulation is necessary.
Okay.
And the flexibility we propose isn't no standard, it's evidence and procedure based. We use standards, measurement and prediction methods and consistent sampling and analysis protocol during the EVP stage. Then we evaluate whether predict DBP levels meet region safety limits like script and report the results to a central database like IMO, GIS, AIS.
You can use the rest of the time for the final comments. Oh, you want to end the presentation? Okay, thank you very much. We had AquaSentinel for the presentation. Thank you. Please return to your seat.